Mic check, mic check. We good? Yes. Players. Okay. The Frogs are on the court here at Schollmeyer Arena, getting ready to face the West Virginia Mountaineers tonight. Tip-off at 8 p.m. on ESPNU. We're looking live at the Frogs Today pregame show. I'm Jamie Plunkett here live at Schollmeyer Arena. It's cold outside, but they've got the heat on in here as the Horned Frogs get ready for a whiteout against the Mountaineers. TCU is going to be taking on West Virginia without two of their starting players, though, as Mike Miles Jr. and Eddie Lampkin Jr. are both ruled out for this evening. Jamie Plunkett here at Schollmeyer Arena. We're going to get you ready for this Frogs and Mountaineers matchup. You'll notice that my cohort, Bingo Merricks, is not with us tonight. He is staying safe, as I hope all of you are staying safe and warm as well. The Frogs are coming off of a loss in the SEC Big 12 Challenge. They fell 81-74 to Mississippi State on Saturday afternoon, but that wasn't the biggest loss of the day. Mike Miles Jr. hyperextended his right knee at the 16-14 mark of the first half against the Bulldogs, did not return to that game, and still does not have a timeline for his return to the team. The good news, though, is that Miles underwent an MRI on Sunday morning, and it came back clean. There's no structural damage to the knee, which means that all he has to do, hopefully, is rehab well over the next couple of weeks. Team officials are hopeful that he won't miss as much time as he did last season when he suffered wrist injuries as well as a leg injury. TCU is sitting at 16-5 on the season, 5-3 in Big 12 conference play. Their most recent conference game was that 79-52 win over the Oklahoma Sooners here at Schollmeyer. Of course, the Oklahoma Sooners went on to beat number 2 Alabama by 24 points in the SEC Big 12 Challenge, making that a pretty good win for your Horned Frogs. Eddie Lampkin is also out for the Frogs tonight. He's sitting out for his third straight game after suffering that high ankle sprain against Kansas. Eddie Lampkin is TCU's leading rebounder. He rebounds at 6.8 boards per game. The Frogs will miss that tonight. They missed that in Starkville as well, getting out-rebounded by the Bulldogs by 11 rebounds. We're going to be talking a lot more about TCU and West Virginia, but let's take a look back at that Mississippi State game and talk about what went wrong. Obviously, the Frogs lost Miles in that game. They were without Eddie Lampkin and Rondell Walker in that game as well. Rondell Walker is back tonight after recovering from a non-COVID illness, but the Frogs started out slow. Before Miles even suffered that injury early in the first half, the Frogs were already down 8-3. They were a step slow defensively. They were missing shots. And frankly, that was something that continued throughout that first half. They looked rattled a little bit after Miles went down with that injury, but they gave themselves a chance to win. Jamie Dixon said following that performance that he was disappointed with the Horned Frogs' ability to close out in that game. They held a 4-point lead with about 4 minutes remaining in regulation. Of course, Mississippi State was able to tie the game and force overtime where they outscored the Frogs 15-8 to come away with that victory. Not an ideal game, not an ideal day for the Horned Frogs, but the good news on Miles' knee is a light at the end of the tunnel for the Horned Frogs. So, we're getting ready for the Frogs and the Mountaineers to tip off at 8 p.m. on ESPNU. We're going to take a quick break right now. When we come back, We're going to talk a little bit more about Eddie Lampkin, his injury update, and then what he was up to this summer. We're going to get into that after this break on the Frogs Today pregame show.
At Higginbotham, we put people first. So we simply start by listening to you. Whether you're searching for customized insurance, HR, or financial solutions to protect your home, car, health, business, or employees, our specialists are here to serve you, the people you care about, and your success. Higginbotham. Insurance, HR, and financial services. Inspired by you.
Simply the best barbecue in Fort Worth. Dine in, catering, or drive-through. 2900 Montgomery, just off I-30. Remember, the best barbecue in Fort Worth is at Railhead Smokehouse.
The Flying T Club provides the everyday TCU fan and alum the ability to specifically support TCU student athletes. Flying T Club offers 3 levels of memberships. The Flying T Club is a nonprofit organization supporting the brand development of TCU student athletes through a series of unique event-based networking opportunities, which are exclusive to our members. These events provide a great social engagement tool for our members and student athletes alike. Follow them on Instagram at Flying T Club or online at flyingtclub.com.
Texas-based Happy Water offers the best-tasting, sugar-free kids drink ever made. Happy Water comes in 4 delicious flavors that you can find at local retailers and on Amazon. Each pouch contains 0 grams of sugar, 0 calories, and 0% juice. Head to happydrinks.com for more information and to purchase Happy Water. That's HAPI drinks.com. Live happy. Be happy. Drink.
Welcome back in. You can see the snow that built up in front of Schollmeyer Arena earlier today. It's in the high 20s here in Fort Worth, Texas. I hope everybody's staying warm and dry wherever you might be. But, we're here live at Schollmeyer Arena. Jamie Plunkett bringing you up to game time here on the Frogs Today pregame show. It's the Frogs and the Mountaineers. They're tipping off at 8 p.m. on ESPNU. West Virginia comes in to this game sitting at 13-8 overall, 2-6 in conference play, but don't let that fool you. The Mountaineers have won 3 out of their last 4 games, including a win Saturday against number 15 Auburn, 80-77 up in Morgantown. Leading scorer Eric Stevenson scored 31 points in that game, including 7 of 10 made 3-point attempts on the day. The Frogs are going to have their handful with Stevenson. That's number 10 for West Virginia that you should keep an eye on tonight as you watch the game. The Frogs are going to have to make a concerted effort to run him off of the 3-point line and make sure that nothing comes easy for Eric Stevenson. And, of course, we mentioned that Eddie Lampkin is out for tonight with that high ankle sprain. Talked about that a little bit in the first segment. But you'll remember that in this first matchup between the Frogs and the Mountaineers, which the Frogs lost 74-65, West Virginia has a big man of their own. Jimmy Bell Jr. pulled down 14 rebounds in that win for the Mountaineers as the Mountaineers out-rebounded the Horned Frogs 31-18. That was a point of emphasis for Jamie Dixon and his coaching staff this week as the Frogs prepared for West Virginia. I was out of practice yesterday. They ran a drill called War Drill. It's a rebounding drill that pits 2 players in the defensive circle against 2 players at the free throw line. They have to battle it out for a loose ball. It was all about physicality for the Frogs yesterday, as Jamie Dixon told them that the 18 rebounds that they had up in Morgantown were simply not good enough. Jimmy Bell, though, is a big load down in the middle, and with Eddie Lampkin out tonight, the Frogs are going to have to rely on Xavier Cork and Jacoby Coles to get the job done in the middle. Those 2 struggled in the paint against Mississippi State a couple days ago with Tolu Smith, Mississippi State's leading scorer, scoring 27 points, pulling down 13 rebounds. They're going to have to play better tonight. Jamie Dixon knows that. He's made that a point of emphasis with the 2 of them this week. Also, without Mike Miles, we're going to see a lot more of Shahade Wells and Rondell Walker this evening. Walker is anticipated to start in place of Miles, so Damian Baugh will slide over to that number 1 point guard spot. Rondell Walker will slide into that number 2 guard spot, and Shahade Wells will maintain his 6th man off the bench role, but You'll expect him to see more minutes late and down the stretch. Shade Wells has played better of late. The UTA transfer missed all of last season with a knee injury, but he comes in this year and he's contributed good minutes. He scored 17 points against Kansas. He's averaged 11 points in the Horned Frogs' last 3 games, shooting at a 52% clip. They're going to need that kind of performance from him tonight if they're wanting to get this win over West Virginia. Jamie Dixon said that he talked to Shahade Wells earlier this week about his expanded role, and he told the guard he didn't want him to change anything that he was doing. He didn't even necessarily want him to take any more shots than he was taking. He wants him to play the way that he's been playing, shoot the shots he's been shooting, and continue to play at a high level with confidence. That's going to be a lot for him to do, but he's proven that he was capable. He was a 16-point per game scorer at UT Arlington before making his way over to Fort Worth. Xavier Cork and Jacoby Coles, though, both struggled with foul trouble on Saturday against Mississippi State, filling in for Eddie Lampkin. If they get into foul trouble tonight, that could cause some serious problems against Jimmy Belt Jr. and this big Morgantown front court. We talked about Eddie Lampkin not being in this game. He is missing his 3rd straight game with a high ankle sprain, but Eddie also has a TV show. I don't know if you knew that. It's called the Big Four Official Show. He goes around to different towns and checks them out and does his, Eddie Lampkin celebrity thing. And Roxo Media House, the parent company of Frogs Today, actually produces that show. We've got a 5-minute little mini episode here for you guys. Check out, this is Eddie Lampkin when he went to South Beach, Miami this summer. He got up to a little bit of funny business, got in a workout as well. But let's let Eddie Lampkin tell you that story himself.
Ben Navitos out of Miami. What? My Spanish is terrible. We out here at South Beach. I came to put in some work. It's not all fun and games. I need to get a good workout in, and Ronnie Taylor knows how to push my buttons.
We do a lot of training, a lot of performance work. A lot of kids that come in, high school kids, college kids, NBA guys, just to sharpen their skills and stuff like that.
Sorry they don't let cameras inside while we training, but Ronnie trained some dudes, for real.
Bam Adebayo, Donovan Mitchell, John Wall, Cam Johnson, Desmond Bain, RJ Nembhard, Go Frogs. It's a lot of guys that come through. The list goes on and on.
I'm one of them, so I feel good about playing with him. Ronnie knows I'm next.
And can't teach size. That's one thing he has. And then just the ability, to home run, protect the paint, guard guys on the perimeter and everything like that is a super plus.
Whenever I'm in Miami, I gotta check in with a few of my guys. Noel has a nice place. I heard this house got some history.
History? My brother, when I came to see this house and I walked through the whole thing, Mike Vick was chilling back there. Real estate agent says, oh yeah, it's his house. I was like, Mike and Vick's? Bro, it was Mike's house. It's my house now.
Noel has some fun toys too. Let's ride. Just when I thought I can get used to Miami.
Yo, Ed, watch out for that gator, bro.
Are they really gators in here? No, thank you.
With the whole story behind this, it took many years for me to get it.
It's only by personal.
In 2007, we lost it. At that time, I thought that was really cussing, and even though it was a blessing, because it taught me what I do now, which is fixed me credit, for teaching people financial literacy. I just didn't stay down.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, I understand that feeling of being locked down. It was to everybody, but really.
Just remember that we're gonna continue to get knocked down. It was up to us to continue to get up. The ones that don't get up are the ones that lose that opportunity. We all are here for a purpose, man. I truly believe that because I'm living it. I know you know what it is to be knocked down, man. In March Madness at the Arizona game, you went down.
Lampkin toppling.
I was playing hard. My team was playing hard. So I had to get up for my team. My coaches, they always expected like the hot motor for me, so I had to do that.
And Eddie Lampkin has checked back in.
Being an entrepreneur, you gotta be able to leverage all your forces, you know? It's the same way in you. You're a basketball player. You gotta leverage all the people you know.
I said, you got some hoops back there. What you got? He's gonna check out your poolside court.
Man, let's go.
Since you're here, brother, I normally play pig, but let's play some F-R-O-G.
Frog Nation.
Go hard or go home. Got a crib with no loan. Money stacked to the ozone. My wrist look like a snow cone. Hit the studio with possession. Get it in, no second guessing.
Noel also owns a clothing distribution warehouse. My guy Chris B, he designed some cool swag for me in the past. There's meaning behind your brand.
Yeah, no, definitely. It actually is the acronym of crispy, so each letter means a different thing. So to break it down, the C means courage, R means relentless, I is integrity, S means self-respect, and then B means persistence. Right here where we are, this is actually where the magic is made, where all the ideas are put into place. You know, I separated everything by designs and stuff like that. I got way more shorts and boxes that we still have to stack up here, but this is just a bit. I mean, we got a couple of pieces.
I like how you go into old school neck.
Pause, yeah, and flipped it around with the LA. We did our own crispy worldwide league.
What's one of the hottest pieces you got?
I mean, you wearing it right there, the Hippity. This is one of the hottest ones. Once we dropped that, you already know I'm March Madness. Everybody was going crazy over it.
And I see around school, I see an old man that came with me. They had the little Hibbity shirts.
Oh, that's dope, man.
Everybody, kids wearing it, so I liked it.
What I really liked is the face. The face to me was like, all right, when I think of Eddie, I think of energy, going crazy, breaking the ball. So when he did that face in one of his posts, I was like, we gotta represent that on the shirt. Gotta put that just like that.
You were TCU.
Probably the TCU colors.
TCU Parkwood. I might have to grab my head. Heard it like this. Appreciate you for having us.
You already know.